Crew fans, welcome back to another interview. I'm your host, Ethan Erickson. Today I am joined with softball's Maddie Bejarano. I practiced that like 3 or 4 times. They're not going to know that, but I had to say it. I don't want them to think I'm too smart. So Maddie, just kind of tell me a little bit about yourself, just where you're from, what position you play, and things you want to tell us real quick.
So I am from Cottonwood, Arizona, small town in Arizona, right next to Sedona, and maybe 10,000 people, super small town. Loved growing up there. I have 2 younger brothers. One is 13, his name's Hunter. One's 19, I almost said 18, he just turned 19. But his name's Tanner, he has Down syndrome. And then I have 2 parents, Mindy and Matt.
Nice. So you play softball. So when did you get into softball? When did that start for you?
I think I was like 7 or 8, something like that. Tried like every single sport prior to that. I was in karate, got my black belt in karate, I did kickboxing, like all these crazy sports, and then I finally settled down with softball. I had cousins that played it, and so I always looked up to my cousins, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try that, and ended up loving it. So here I am, like 15 years later.
Jeez. So I haven't played softball, obviously, but a little bit baseball growing up. So how are the progressions? Because you go from like coach or t-ball to coach pitch to machine pitch. Like, is it similar like that for softball?
So it's definitely similar. I never played like t-ball or anything. I just went straight to like kid pitch, I guess, in Little League, and then I played like 2 years in Little League, and then decided I was like, I'm gonna go try out for a club team. And the thing about my town is it's super small, so we had to go try out for a team down in Phoenix, which is like an hour and a half away. So I was doing club practices from the age of 9, that like 2 to 3 times a week, like an hour and a half. And then when I was in 8th grade, I joined a team called the Oro Valley Sun Cats that was coached by Todd Judge, who's now the assistant coach at BYU. And that is 4 hours away, down in Tucson. So I knew if I wanted to go play D1 softball, I was going to have to make that move. And I have dedicated parents, like they're my biggest support system. And we were getting home at like 1 o'clock in the morning on Wednesdays, and it was brutal. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how. I haven't, still to this day, we talk about it and we're like, that was insane that we did that. But if I never made that move, I don't think I would be here. So
yeah. Did your parents play sports growing up, or?
My dad played football, and he rodeoed in college. He so definitely cool. wanted me. He tried so hard to push me and my brothers to like get into that. When I was like 3 years old, he went all the way to Texas to buy me my first pony. Was pushing it hard, and me and my brothers wanted nothing to do with it. So sorry about that, but and also my mom, love her to death, but she is like probably one of the most unathletic persons I've ever met. Love her, but she just was not athletic. Like,
so you just kind of got lucky.
Yeah, I guess I got lucky. I don't know. Both
just
of my brothers,
hard work and dedication.
Yeah,
right
both
there.
of my younger brothers too are like super athletic. So we're just always like, how did this end up so?
Yeah. So in high school, so you played a lot of club, a lot of high school. So club was the way to get recruited. Could you play high school as well?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So they kind of have different seasons to.
Yeah. So once high school ball starts, like club ball's completely shut down. High school season is like right around like when college ball's going around too. I don't think a lot of girls get recruited from high school. Like the most of it is like through club ball and stuff, especially like in the bigger tournaments. So. Yeah,
it's kind of a common theme among like sports like volleyball, basketball. Like you got to go play club.
Yeah.
And so going from like starting playing club, just going up, how do you feel like that developed your skills as an athlete?
Well, definitely when I joined the Sun Cats, that's where I got a lot of my work ethic from. We were doing 7-hour practices if we didn't have a tournament on the weekends. Like, our coach pushed us so that when we made the jump to college, like, it was easy to move into. And honestly, it helped a lot. Like, I was like very prepared going into college, and where a lot of athletes, like, it's a big jump, and it just kind of smoothed that jump for us.
And so you ended up at UCF first.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little about your recruitment process, how you went from Arizona to Florida.
Yeah, so when I was going through my recruitment process, I was getting recruited by a lot of colleges. I sat down with my mom and went through everything that I wanted in a school. I wanted to go to a bigger school, just because you're growing up in a small town, you want to see what a bigger school is about and everything. And I think UCF at the time was the second biggest population-wise college. They had 60,000 kids undergraduate, and so it was huge. And I definitely wanted to get out of state, just see something different, and I wanted to stay in the heat. This coming to BYU has been quite the adjustment. Yeah, I am not good in the cold, so I was I need to stay in the warmth. And I've always played for male coaches, so I was I want to play for a female coach. And when I was originally recruited from UCF, I was recruited by a completely different coach than the one I played for. And then she left my senior year, and I was thinking about opening up my recruitment back again. But I loved UCF. I loved everything about it. And so I was you know what, I feel this is a good place. So I ended up just sticking it out there. So
you played there for 3 years, 2 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
So you're there for COVID year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was insane.
How did that affect you over there?
Oh my gosh, it was so crazy. We were in California on spring break playing in some tournaments down there. And I remember our last game in California was against Cal State Fullerton, and no fans were allowed. And we were what is happening? Because when we were headed to California, it started some news were getting broke out and everything, but nobody knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And so from Cal State Fullerton, we were supposed to head to Ole Miss for a doubleheader or something. And right when we got to the airport, the SEC announced that they canceled their season. So we were trying to find flights back to Orlando, and we actually were on a layover in Salt Lake to go to Orlando. And when we landed in Salt Lake, we opened our phones and it said the American Conference ended our season. So we were what is going on? And we were really good. We were ranked 7th that year. We were gonna take it pretty far that year. So it was a bummer, but stuff happens too, just another obstacle you gotta climb. So I was actually kind of happy too, because it was my first year away from college, and I was able to go home early and basically spend another 6 months with my family. And I'm a big family person, so I wasn't too mad. So.
Yeah, just kind of get a nice little vacation.
Yeah, right.
Because obviously we love our sports.
Yeah.
We love breaks.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, that's going to wind down our first segment. We're going to go a little bit more into your college life in this second one, but Cougar fans, thanks for sticking with us for this first one. Be sure to stick around for part 2 of our interview here with Maddie. We're just scratching the surface. We got a lot more to go. But thanks for watching part 1. Thank you for watching this interview. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss the other 2 parts of this interview, plus all of our other interviews we do with BYU athletes. We also like to give a special thanks to our Cougar Board insiders for making this possible.